Ladies and gentlemen, and a happy good morning to you, wherever you are. This is the Clara Luper radio show, and today's show is being brought to you by your favorite Allstate insurance agent, Marilyn Hildred. If it's insurance that you're looking for, call Marilyn, 843 0811. 843 0811. Karen, what kind of insurance does Maryland sell? Tell the people so they will know.
Mom, Merlin is an outstanding insurance agent, number one, because she cares. But Merlin has insurance for your home, insurance for your automobiles, insurance for your helicopters, insurance for your motorcycles, insurance, any of your insurance needs, life insurance, equity plans. Allstate Insurance is a great company, and Merlin is one of the best agents with Allstate Insurance. You need to go by there, 730 West Britton Road, and the phone number 843-0811.
Today's program is a very special program, and today's program is dedicated to Miss Black Oklahoma City and Miss Black Oklahoma County. Tonight at exactly 7:30, Oklahoma City will start the process of selecting the young ladies that will represent them. The young ladies, I should say, because they will select Miss Black Oklahoma City and Miss Black Oklahoma County. It will be a day's end. Now, write this address down: 2616 South I 35 Service Road. The pageant will start at exactly 7:30 p.m. Now, this is a pageant that you cannot afford to miss. If you miss this pageant, you will miss the melodious voice of Wallace Johnson. You will miss seeing two outstanding, beautiful MCs, two attorneys. Never before in the history of this state, never before has any organization had the opportunity to present as MCs two attorneys. They are attorney Susan Braggs and attorney Alma Washington. Now, you want to be part of history, then I want you to be at Days Inn, 2616 South I 35 Service Road. You need to get there by 7 o'clock because at 7:30 the pageant will start. And there are a lot of other things that I'm going to tell you about the pageant, and I want you to be there. Oklahoma City, we've got to be there. Tulsa supported that Tulsa pageant, and now it's your time. And so many times we like to say, "Who's with me? Are you with me?" Tonight you will see the lovely Miss Cooksey, who will be saying farewell and giving away her crown. And today I want to tell you she has been a beautiful, talented Miss Black Oklahoma City. Can't you see her tonight when she walks down that aisle smiling? Oh, what a treat. Tamika Cooksey, we love you, and today we would like to dedicate this program to you and to Taria Austin because we know you two have been representative of the dreams, the hopes, and the aspirations of the people in Oklahoma City. Now that's at 7:30 p.m. and I need you to be there on time. You can drop by Days Inn today and pick up your tickets. The tickets are only $10. The two ladies that are selected tonight will represent Oklahoma City in the state Miss Black Oklahoma pageant June the 20th through the 27th. Now, many of you have called and you want to know who are the state winners. Well, I'm going to tell you today, so stay tuned to the Clara Luper radio show. I have a note here from Shelley. Shelley would like to thank all of you from Oklahoma City that drove down to Dallas on last Saturday to hear her speak. Shelley had the opportunity to be the guest speaker for the Dallas Business and Professional Women's Organization, and it was something. There were over 1,200 people present, and it was a treat. I should tell you there was a whole table there from the Langston Alumni Association of Dallas, Texas, and among those was a lovely Miss Wortham and others, and they all send a special hello to all of you. And I cannot say too much for the AKAs in Texas that really had tables there supporting Shelley. Well, Miss Black Oklahoma City is tonight. Once again, it's tonight at 7:30 p.m. at Days Inn, and you can get your tickets. Just drive on down to Days Inn after 11 o'clock, and you can pick up your tickets. We will be talking about the contestants, the pages, and the escorts. And I don't know where to start. It's just so much to say. But maybe I'll start by saying, how do you feel about it? So many times people call me and say, Clara, why do you have a Miss Black pageant? And I always answer them, well, we have a Miss Black pageant because we want to. That's a good reason. We live in a capitalistic society where you can have what you want to have. I haven't heard any of you complaining because they have a Miss Czechoslovakian pageant, a Miss Indian pageant, a Miss Ireland pageant. I haven't heard you complain. Now, when are we going to change? We'll change when you change the orange bowl, the cotton bowl. Yes, the peach bowl, because they have all kinds of bowls. Why can't we have all kinds of pageants? We're talking about pageants that give young ladies an opportunity to compete for scholarships. And it's really a scholarship pageant because the young ladies that you will see tonight will receive scholarships when they prepare for college. And let's not confuse it. You can't get a scholarship unless you go to college. This is the Clara Luper radio show, and today's show is all of yours. Congratulations on the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant come from one of its strong supporters, Mr. Robert Gates. Mr. Robert Gates has supported this pageant for 29 years. What a supporter. But today, he's doing what he usually does, and he does it professionally. He's cutting hair. So if you need a haircut, I want you to go to Gates Barbershop, 2609 Martin Luther King in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Congratulations to the Miss Black Oklahoma City contestants, and they are lovely. We are down now to our finalists, and I will be telling you about them. They are so beautiful, it's unbelievable. Congratulations to the Miss Black Oklahoma City finalists from Hometown, 2001 Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City, where you can shop for 24 hours. All at Hometowns, 2001 Northeast 23rd Street. Congratulations to the Miss Black Oklahoma City finalist, Dr. A.L. Dial, 934 Northeast 8th Street. The telephone number is 2350536. Dr. A.L. Dial has supported the pageant for 29 years, and tonight will be no exception. That's Dr. A.L. Dial, one of the great supporters of the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant. When you think of pageants, you've got to think of Mrs. Gloria Matthews, who serves as hospitality chairperson for the pageant. Mrs. Gloria Matthews has been with the pageant for years and would not take anything for her experiences. You will see her tonight, and she will be looking good as she always does. Mrs. Gloria Matthews is the owner of Johnson Shardina's daycare service, along with her husband, Paul. Johnson Shardina's is located at 1643 Northeast 50th Street. The telephone number is 424-4656. Now, Mrs. Gloria Matthews has asked me to tell you that she will be there tonight in flying colors, and she will be greeting you and will be giving you a special welcome. Our welcome is only Mrs. Gloria Matthews can do it. Johnson Shardina, 1643 Northeast 50th Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Congratulations to Miss Black Oklahoma City comes from Gideon's 300 store, located at 6006 South Western in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. You can go out there and get all dressed up just like you should at Gideon's 300 store. 6006 Southwestern in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Now, if you want something that's real African, not an imitation, but the real stuff, the real stuff, all you have to do is go on out to 6006 Southwestern in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. As 59th and Southwestern, and all you have to do is to look up, and that is Gideon's 300 store. And the entire staff out there sends congratulations to the finalists in the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant. Exotic florists, your hometown florist, your east side florist. A florist that cared enough to stay on the east side, located at 3620 North Lincoln Boulevard. And when you think of flowers, think of exotic florists. 3620 North Lincoln Boulevard in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Tonight is the night of the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you that have supported the pageant. On last Sunday, I had the opportunity to be in Lawton, Oklahoma with Grant Chapel African Methodist Episcopal Church women. 25 years ago, I had spoken for that church, and 25 years later, they invited me to come back to Grant Chapel. Oh, I felt at home. The theme was Christian women celebrating in the spirit of faith, hope, and love. We were greeted by lovely young ladies dressed in red, and incidentally, for Women's Day, the women wore red, and it was beautiful to see the women marching in the church, two women leading in white, and then followed by red. The programs were printed in red ink, and it was just wonderful. And I'm going to have to tell you, that Women's Day program was something else. The women that participated was ready. And when I tell you they were ready, please believe. Please believe me. And they should have been ready because they have made tremendous progress in the past 25 years. 25 years ago, I went to a church where it was a rundown old church. If it rained, the people had to put out buckets. But when I walked in that new church, it was just beautiful with red carpet. Oh, I cannot describe it to you. I want you, if you're in Lawton, go to Grant Chapel AME Church. And when you have women like Mrs. Alice Smith, Mrs. Louise Bembry, Mrs. Louise Scruggs, Mrs. Thelma Anderson, Mrs. Judith Yarbrough, Mrs. Edith Hill, Mrs. E. Mae Simmons, and I could go on and on. You really have something, and certainly they have a pastor, Reverend Patrick H. Jones Jr., a young man, and his lovely wife was on the piano. It was just something, and I would like to congratulate all of you down in Lawton, Oklahoma at Grant Chapel. At 3 o'clock, they invited all of the speakers for the past 25 years back, and they presented them flowers, and oh, I don't know, it was really something to see women come together in a great cause. This is the Clara Luper radio show. Yes, Calvin.
Yes, it's always fun and exciting to be here at the Clara Luper Radio Show because I know that we're going to find out some great information. I know that we're going to be inspired for the entire week. But more importantly than that, I know that we have an opportunity to find out about the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant, the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant, and then what actually is going on with Clara Luper this week. But we have a caller here, Mom, on one of the lines here that wants to talk with you. A dear friend of yours and a dear auntie of mine. Good morning, Aunt Nancy. How are you doing this beautiful morning?
Good morning, Calvin, and how are you this morning?
Fantastic, now that I hear your golden voice.
Well, I tell you what, I am just really thrilled with this Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant. These young ladies have talent, poise, and personality that we are just really happy about. And Miss Black Oklahoma City will be tonight, so I hope that everybody will get their tickets and come out. If you don't have your tickets, just come on out the day's end.
That's the
I
Days Inn on Southeast 29th on your way toward Norman, Oklahoma, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
And we know that Tanika Cooksey and Tania Austin will be relinquishing their crown. So I want to say to all of the young ladies who are participating, congratulations and best wishes.
Well,
And
Nancy,
then,
I would like to butt in and say you have a cousin that's in the state pageant representing Midwest City. Tell me about her.
oh yes, that's Demetria Starks, my sweet little cousin who is a senior at Star Spencer. I'm real proud of that young lady. She has talent galore.
Okay, well, that's really great. And you will be there for the 29th year tonight.
Yes, indeed. And Mrs. Luper, before I go any farther, I would like to say congratulations to you on your birthday, May the 3rd, tomorrow.
That's right, tomorrow's my birthday.
Tomorrow.
All right.
Congratulations, my dear.
Well, thank you.
Another great year. And then, too, I want you to know that my nephew, Johnny Randolph, is having a birthday tomorrow, May
Jo-
3rd.
Johnny's birthday is May 30th.
Yes, it
May
is.
3rd.
All
May
of my
3rd.
people
Go,
that I
Johnny,
know,
go.
They're born on May the 3rd.
Well, I know he's a great guy.
Yes, he is. I'm real proud of him.
Did he
But
want
wait a minute.
Calvin to sing happy birthday to him today?
Yes, we must do that. Yes,
Okay,
Calvin,
now,
do
Johnny, you
that
better
song.
sit back and relax. Call that friend, call that neighbor, and tell them to get ready because this will be a very special birthday song that I'm singing this morning.
Yes, it must be special because it's your mother and my nephew, my oldest nephew.
Okay, you
And
know
I'm
it's gonna
real
be
proud of
good
that fella.
as soon as I remember the words.
Well, listen, Calvin, I've had so many young people at Star Spencer, Rogers, and around the city asking me, what is the Soul Bazaar? And I have told them, and I want everybody to know, that the Soul Bazaar is a fair which depicts black businesses, educational opportunities for colleges and for different kinds of businesses. We have interesting booths of clothing, cosmetic, hats, jewelry, portraits, and all kinds of talent will be shown throughout this Soul Bazaar.
Well, tell me about that Nancy Davis fashion show.
All that
And when
Nancy
is it?
Davis Fashion Show will be on May the 16th. There will be fashions, all kinds of musical talents, dancers, and really you will miss a treat if you miss this particular fashion show. We will have the latest fashion of Springs fashion, African fashion, sports attire, church attire, and evening attire. All kinds of casual wear. And some of the models, I want you to know who they are because there's some.
Well,
of the
wait until
really-
next week because today we want to focus on the Miss Black Oklahoma City
Oh, well,
contestants, and tonight we are honoring 4 outstanding women. And I want to see if you know them, Nancy. They are so beautiful, and they have contributed so much. Let me name the mayor of Arcadia. Do you know Mayor Marilyn Morrell?
Well, sure.
Well, she's one of the honorees tonight. Do
Really.
you know Dr. Leslie LaSure?
Great lady at the Board of Education.
Oh, she's something else. And do you know Mrs. Anna Slaughter?
Of course, that lady from Fifth Street Baptist Church who is an original poem writer.
Do you know Mrs. Alice Strain?
Alice Strand.
Yes.
Is she going to be recognized tonight?
She is going to be honored tonight for her contributions that she has made to America.
Well, I tell you, Alice is a great lady, and she works with her lodge and her church and with the NAACP, and she has worked with us in Miss Black Oklahoma, and she deserves all of the honors that we could give her.
Well, tonight, the Oklahoma City Miss Black Oklahoma Committee will be honoring those 4 young ladies. And I would like to give you a chance today, those of you in radio, to say something sweet about them. You know, we wait until people die and then we come in with all the sweet words. But I want you to give those young ladies and our contestants, too, I'll be telling you about them, a big hand today on the Clara Luper radio show.
Well, I would like to say right now, congratulations to these great ladies that you are honoring. And I know that these Miss Black Oklahoma City contestants will be the best. And we are real proud of all of them. So we are look forward to seeing you and to be there to help honor such wonderful ladies. And Clara, you are such a great lady to make sure that you don't overlook anyone. And we are proud of your show. We are proud of the things that you're doing here in our city and throughout the nation. Keep up the good work, Clara.
Well, wait a minute. I want to tell you about our lovely finalists. They are Thais Ray, Krista Smith, Lisa Lewis, and Marie Collins, and they are ready for tonight. Would you congratulate them?
Yes, special congratulations to you contestants. We want you to know that you're winners and you will win. Even if you don't win the title of Miss Black Oklahoma City or the title of Miss Black Oklahoma County, you are a winner because you have the nerve, the guts, and the goals that we are looking forward to.
As I looked at Shelley last Saturday at 12 o'clock at the beautiful Wyndham Hotel speaking, I thought about all of the pageants that she had been in. She won some and she lost some. But each pageant that Shelley was in, she learned techniques of interviewing, techniques of greeting people that have helped her in her professional life. And on behalf of Shelley, I would like to thank all of you that helped to train her. And somebody asked me, said, Mrs. Luper, you let your daughter be in pageants that she didn't win. I wanted Shelley, Marilyn, all of my children to know that life is not a winning game. You don't win them all. You lose some and you win some. And every time you lose one, you are better off than you were if you had not participated. I never shall forget when Oprah Winfrey was Miss Black Tennessee and how badly she lost in the final pageant. But look at Oprah now.
Well, I tell you what, we are looking for Shelley to continue to go to higher heights. We are so proud of these nice addresses that she has given from time to time in our city and in Texas, and even at the regional convention of the Alpha Kappa Alphas in Army Hall, Nebraska. I have heard so many people say that her speech was just awesome. It was just heartwarming, and she is a person who really has her goals in sight, and she is going places, and we all are really proud of Shelley.
Well, she's going to Boynton. She has been selected to be the commencement speaker in Boynton, Oklahoma. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to have to let you go, Nancy. Thank you. I'll see you today.
Okay, and thank you very much.
Okay, I have a very important announcement, and this announcement is to the people at the Fifth Street Baptist Church. During the history of Fifth Street Baptist Church is one of dedication, one of commitment, and one of caring. Today at 10 o'clock, the members of the Fifth Street Baptist Church will go to that church and they will select the next pastor of the church. They will vote. The pastoral committee has done its job. That committee has looked over 56 applications, and today the members of the Fifth Street Baptist Church will speak with their votes. If you are a member of the Fifth Street Baptist Church, get up, get ready, be at Fifth Street Church because you will have the opportunity to vote between 10 and 5. So be there.
I am sure glad that this process has come to an end. You know, I haven't been in many churches where they've had to select a pastor, but it seems like such a long-term process, and I know that the committee has done a fantastic job on inviting some great ministers to come and give some inspiring Sunday morning services. But I know, like all of the other Fifth Street members, I know that this will be a relief to finally select the minister that will be leading us into the new millennium, into the year 20,000. I'm looking forward to that and finding out who it's going to be.
Calvin, all of the ministers that have put in their applications have been outstanding.
They really have.
And it's just unbelievable. And I would like to certainly thank each one of them. And I want you to know that we appreciate your interest, your concern with a church that
Appreciate their
celebrated.
sermons. I mean, they
And
come with
oh
some
yes,
great
all of
sermons
them.
on the Sunday
Right,
morning.
we have
We've been
listened.
telling you about it here on the radio show. We've been telling you what ministers were coming in, and that you needed to be at Fifth Street. I mean, they've been giving some great inspirational sermons. So I know that the new minister is going to come in with a full briefcase and a heavy load because we at Fifth Street are ready.
One thing I would like to say, since November, Reverend Weekly has done a tremendous job as an interim minister. I have never seen a man with so much dedication, with so much concern, with so much interest in the church. He has done a terrific job, and he's going to stay on with us,
One thing I
regardless of
like
who's
about Reverend
elected.
Weekly, he's an easygoing person, but when he says something, he means it. When he says something that he's going to do something, he does it, and he just backs himself up, and he makes everybody feel good that you know Reverend Weekly and that you're able to hear Reverend Weekly, and more importantly than that, that you're able to be inspired by Reverend Weekly. We appreciate it. I know I do because sometimes when I would go to church on Sunday mornings, Reverend Weekly, I'd look at him and he'd look at me and say, Calvin, how you feeling this morning? I said, just fantastic. He said, oh, now let's come clean with me. and, uh, but he still would still be a friend of me no matter what's going on. But Reverend Weekly, appreciate everything you're doing at Fifth Street. And I know we're going to do more because also not only Reverend Weekly, but Reverend Raw.
Reverend Henry
Henry
Roth
Roth
did
has
a
been
job. Henry
fantastic.
Roth has been so faithful. And without the leadership of these two ministers, I don't know what would have happened at Fifth Street. We have had dedicated leadership in the form of Reverend Weekly and Reverend Roth. And I would like to say thank you to both of you. Now, once again, if you're a member of Fifth Street Baptist Church, or if you know a member of the Fifth Street Baptist Church, who does not know that today the church is selecting that minister that they want to as their pastor.
And
So
that means the process starts in 30
in
minutes.
30
30
minutes,
minutes there
they
at
will
Fifth Street
wonder who
Baptist
will
Church.
be the first one to
I don't know.
vote.
If I
I
need
don't
a
know.
ride to the polls, can I call up to Fifth Street? I know you can.
Oh
Mrs.
yeah.
Williams is there on the phone, and I know that if
No,
you need a
the,
ride,
the
just
the election is
you know.
in the hands of the election committee that's headed by Mr. McCullen
Yeah, right, but
and
Mrs.
the
Williams is the
auxiliary
secretary
heads
there.
of the
Okay.
church. Okay, we are no Mrs.
We're
Williams
not going
work.
to tell all that, are we?
No,
Okay.
but only thing I want to say, and I want you to be
10
sure to
a.m.
know that at 10 a.m., if you're a member of the Fifth Street Baptist Church, you are asked to go to the church and vote because your selection will be, and we're voting for our pastors. Calvin has already stated that will take us into the 21st century. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and today is a big show. And I would like to congratulate Major Ted DeBose that retired from the United States Air Force on last Thursday. What a beautiful retirement celebration, and what you just get a thrill of joy out of seeing people congratulate people, and it was a wonderful experience for all of us. And congratulations to Mr. Ted DeBose.
I want to remind all of you that you are listening to the Clara Luper Radio Show live and in living color here on your favorite radio station, KTLV 1220 on that AM dial. Call that friend, call that neighbor, and invite them to be a part of the best show that you've ever listened to. Mrs. Hunter is on the line, and I'm looking forward to talking to Mrs. Hunter because this is her 29th year getting ready to attend the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant. Good morning, Mrs. Hunter. How are you doing this beautiful May 2nd?
I'm doing wonderful, Lee, and you, Calvin?
Fantastic now that I hear your voice.
Oh, I thank you so very, very much, but I had to call in to the radio audience because I was listening earlier to you talking about the event that's going to take place this afternoon at Days Inn.
Event? What kind of, wait a minute.
Days Inn at,
That's a happening.
at 7:30 this afternoon.
Okay.
And I just heard about the wonderful contestants that's going to be there, but I want them to know that the judges, too, will be there to greet them, and they will be there to interview them this afternoon.
What time will that interview take place?
The judges are going to meet at, going to be there at 4:30 for their orientation.
Mrs. Hunter, what will be the judge's responsibility tonight in selecting a winner, per se, for the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant?
The judge's responsibility tonight, they will judge these contestants in the 5 categories. They have 5 competitions There will be the interview, which will be early this afternoon, and then following the interview tonight, it will be swimwear. Then we will have our talents, and then we have our evening wear and our projection. And in those five areas, they have specifics and guidelines to follow.
Right.
And also the judges have guidelines also
Right.
to follow.
Does one of those five? Does one of them weigh heavier than the other? I mean,
Or
is there?
the heaviest
you get
one
wait.
is the talent, and so naturally it would be.
Wait,
Talent
say
is
that
the
again,
one
Mrs. Hunter. I was
where
talking
you
over
get
you.
the highest points. All the other points are 20, and for your talent you get 40. It's double points on talent. So that means that you can really let you know how well we can think and react and what we can remember, because it is a talent number, and how well they project themselves in this talent number. So all others will be 20 points. They receive 40 points for their talent. And,
Did you know any other women that will be honored tonight?
oh, yes, I did. In fact, about it, Clara, I knew all of the women that's going to be honored.
Do you have
tonight.
anything good to say about them?
But I want to make one general statement, because I don't want to give value on to our organizations, and they have helped the youth, especially helping the youth is my major thrust, is what we can do for our young people. And I want to congratulate each of them for all those kind of services that they have given. And I'm not going to say what they've given, because some may have given differently than the others. But they've all made contributions according to their desires and their wishes, and those things that was in their capacity to do. And that's why I want to say each one of them are great people. And
Well, which one? Now you know all of the people that will be honored tonight, but which one have you been knowing the longest, Mrs. Hunter?
well, you know, I have to say Alice Strand. I know her longer than anyone because
What was
I've
that
known
name
her
again?
since day one.
What was that name again?
Alice Strand.
Okay, well, what you do not know, this evening, the honorees will be at Days Inn at exactly 10 minutes till 6. At that time, they will be greeted by our hospitality people, Mrs. Gloria Matthews, Mrs. Bosie Walker. They will be ushered into a private dinner, and they will have their private dinner this evening. Then they will be escorted in by some of the most intelligent people that you have ever seen, and they will be honored in a way that's quite different.
Oh, I
And
would
you
like,
aren't invited to the dinner. You aren't invited.
She's not invited.
You are not
Mrs.
invited to
Hunter.
the dinner. No, she's not
She's-
invited.
Well, then, you know,
Just to
you
hear
can
about
always at proposition, guess who's coming for dinner?
I
Or
know
the
guess who's
unexpected
not
guest.
coming to
But I
dinner.
would like for the audience to know the ladies' last names that's going to be judges tonight. And I have had a couple of ladies who have asked me to put them on my agenda for next year. But the ladies are Ms. Noakes, Miss Curry, Mrs. Clark, and the young men are Mr. Northington, Davis, and Maroney.
You have
Okay,
6
we
judges,
also
Mrs.
have the same tabulating judges, who was Mr. Brown, Mrs. Douglas, and Mrs. Ewan, and yours truly, Mrs. Hunter.
Okay.
So we do have a nice panel of judges that's going to be greeting those persons tonight.
Well, do you think the judges will be as nervous as the contestants and the MCs will be tonight?
The
at this
MCs
great-
aren't going to be
They
nervous.
always are,
The
because
MCs aren't going to be nervous. They are two attorneys,
The con-
Attorney
the contestants
Braggs
will,
and
okay.
Attorney
Well,
Washington.
let me not say that much about the MCs then, but the contestants I know will be nervous. And I'll go back to my question, Mrs. Hunter. Do you think the judges will be nervous also?
Well, I'm sure they are, because they have been calling and saying, "Now, tell me what I'm supposed to do. Tell me what I'm supposed to wear, and tell me what I said. Don't worry about it.
They
Just
better
come
be
relax.
looking
I'll
good.
have everything for you. I have everything ready. You don't have to do nothing but bring yourself. I'm gonna give you the pencil, the paper, and all of the instructions, so you can be sit back and relax." And I think when they go through their orientation period, they are really, really relaxed, because they understand what they're to do, and they get all of the fears away before judging time tonight because
That's
they'll report
well.
also back.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that, Mrs. Hunter. I know the judge. From what you're saying, I know that the judges will be ready. I know that the contestants will be ready. Those are two nervous people. But do you think the MCs will be bringing their little judge gavels around?
Well, I don't know.
Announce a name and then
Well, let me tell you something that's beautiful. Those pages. We have some of the prettiest pages and the most experienced pages that you've ever seen. I asked Coco Thomas, I said, Coco, why don't you give up your spot on the pages slot? And she said, no, I need that experience. So Coco Thomas will be there tonight with her experience.
How old is Coco, Mom?
I'm not going to tell anybody until after tonight.
Okay.
Diane Davis, Kia Hornbeek, Latoya Dokes, Denisha Littlejohn, Sanakwa Hildred, Whitley McCullen, Sharkey Jones, Miss Celeste Mallory, Charisma Lester, Christina Carbon, Precious Williams. I better not leave off anyone, and I could not dare leave off Ashley and Manicia Robertson, Katrina Liggins. Oh, what a group. If I've left off anyone, I know Miss Ray or Mrs. Ford will call and tell me.
Those are the pages, and these pages function tonight will be...
And those escorts are so handsome.
What will the pages be doing tonight?
Well, the people got to come out there and see the pages. They will be...
Got to come to the Days Inn at 7:30 to see the pages.
And those escorts.
Oh, yeah, they are always out of sight, and I always enjoy seeing them. And I'm telling the public, if you have not seen the thing of the year, this is the night to come and see it. And come and see what our young people are doing. You can see educational things and advancement. And you can see this with your own eyes, and you don't have to look at the TV, because good things about our kids don't make TV. But now come out and look at them on the stage tonight, and you're going to say, look what wonderful kids we have compared to that I see on TV all the time. So come and see some of the educational things that the children are doing and what they are trying to achieve. And say about Coco, I don't know any of those pages that want to get off. You can ask them, no, I'm not getting off. You make them mad to ask them to give up their slot.
I think the pages that have been in the pageants before, I think that they go through each pageant like they're a contestant, and they spend as much time getting ready to answer the questions. Like when the judges send the questions up to the contestants, you can just see the expressions on the page's face, like I know that.
And I don't know, Kevin, if you almost mentioned that Clara Luper, that Shelley Luper was a page. Was a page.
Oh, she was until she got to be 17.
She grew up and got out of the page program.
You have to leave the page program, and I know she regretted it. And they were Shelley and Alicia was our MCs, and both of those girls were pages. So
and Alicia has moved to Dallas and will not be with us tonight.
We sure miss Alicia. Hey, it's been great talking with you, Mrs. Hunter. What time do you have to be there at the Days Inn today?
Congratulations, and I'm waiting to hear you sing this happy birthday to Clara and Nancy's nephew.
Well, call that friend, call that
Johnny
neighbor,
Jones' birthday.
and tell him to get ready, because I got a special. I mean, I got a real down-home
Anna
special.
Slaughter's birthday, Dr. Gloria Griffin's birthday. So many people born in May.
Cottonwood Creek.
And so many people. And during this whole month of May, I'm going to let you call in, you May people, because you know how I love you. Calvin, let's tell them who our winners tonight will be competing against. You call the cities, and I'll tell you, and the universities.
These will be the contestants that will be in this
in the state pageant. Yes. It's going to be hard to get a ticket because of the limited seating at Rose State.
Well, Mom, let me...
Okay, you want to know... Let's start out with Cameron University.
Okay, let's start out with Cameron University. Who will that contestant be?
Sheila Evans.
Let's go now to Duncan.
Vionica Rochelle.
Let's go now to Tatum's, Oklahoma.
Kimberly Mannings.
And then from the great Oklahoma University,
Vivian LeGrand.
And now let's see, where is that? We'll go to Okfuskee County.
Oh, we don't have no Okfuskee County. It's to Okmulgee, to Ira John. And I need Miss John to get in contact with me. From Enid, Oklahoma.
Okay.
Denitra Miller from OS.
OSU. Now, who will that be?
Keisha Smith.
From Rose State College. Who
Watch
will that
out,
be?
Rose State. Nikita
Watch out,
Carver.
Rose State, she says.
Oh,
Tulsa. Tulsa
Tulsa,
County and Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Tulsa County, Tisha Alexander.
But what about the University of Central Oklahoma?
Oh, Central Oklahoma.
University of Central Oklahoma.
The lovely Miss Lambert. And from Tulsa County, Keisha Cato will be here. And
What
Calvin,
about Tacoma Park?
no, I'm not gonna tell it
What
all.
about Spencer?
I'll
Okay.
wait until next week. But anyway, tonight is the night,
This is
and
the
I'm gonna
Oklahoma
give
City
you the
pageant tonight.
opportunity
I'm ready.
to come and congratulate my finalists. And Calvin, everybody say that Clara Luper is so hard to work with, and you're right,
You're
because
right.
I don't have no time
You
to waste.
certainly are right.
We have 3 rules in our pageants: discipline, discipline, discipline.
And that applies to the pageant contestants, the pageant pages, the pageant escorts, and even the pageant staff.
Because what people are going to have to understand, if you don't have discipline, you don't have anything. And if you can't stand to be criticized, you need to. What did Harry Truman say? If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. And that's one advantage of being in a pageant, because you are criticized. And that's interesting, because when I go to my doctor, Dr. Tollier, I don't want Dr. Tollier telling me all about a lot of stuff. I want Dr. Tollier to deal with my immediate problem. And this is what our doctors, Dr. Walker, Dr. Ford, Dr. Ray, Dr. Griffin, Dr. Hildred, everybody deal with. We look at our young people and say, look, I think you need to improve in this area. Because we aren't only getting them ready for a pageant, we are getting them ready for life. And that's more important than any pageant.
You know, another part of the pageant program that is really hard to adjust to has been the punctuality thing. You know,
Oh, you have
really,
to be on
I
time.
mean, like if you say 7 a.m. it's going to start, the breakfast is going to start, it starts at 7 a.m. And then like tonight, I know that the pageant is scheduled to start at 7:30 at the day's end.
It will start at 7:30 Central Standard Time,
Okay,
and not
well,
Pacific Time.
Not Pacific time.
It will be there at 7:30.
You know,
And
it's-
those people we are honoring will have to be there at 10 minutes to 6, because if they get there at 6 o'clock, they're not going to get into this private dinner. Can you imagine the mayor of Arcadia coming in late, or Alice Strain coming in late, or Dr. LaShear, or Anna Slaughter? If they late, they sure won't get
They
to
won't
eat.
get to their own private.
They won't get to that private dinner. That's exactly right.
You know,
We-
one thing about the food at Days Inn, it is outstanding. You know, our good friend out there, Ken, he does a it's another young man that works with him there in the kitchen, and they do a job. They can put on a buffet, but then when they get ready for the private dinners, no telling what you have tonight
Well,
for
see,
the
what
prime
happened,
rib or something.
if they are late, we're going
Some-
to change our menu, and we're going to serve them some instead sandwiches.
Instead
Yeah, instead of meat, we're going to give them bread.
Well, we're all looking
But this is
forward
my
to
birthday, and
tonight.
I'm going to be real
Well,
kind
not
today
yet, Mom. You
because
got a day to go before
well,
your birthday.
tomorrow is my birthday, and I'm
Tomorrow?
so excited about living because,
Okay.
and Miss Buckner, never forget Clara Luper.
That's Miss
Never
Lily
forget.
Buckner?
Oh,
Oh.
Lily wouldn't forget me for anything. And I would like to thank all of you for your birthday calls, your cards. And I ask all of my enemies to send me $1 each for my birthday.
Do what, Mom?
I
You
ask
want your
my enemies
enemies
to send me $1 for my birthday.
Well, what do you want your friends to do?
Oh, my friends do whatever they want to do for my birthday because I'm real excited. And every birthday to me is important. I got up this morning and went out to my lake and I looked at my fish and I say, fish, I'm having a birthday. My fish didn't do nothing but just continue to swim around. Yes.
Where do your enemies? Where do you want them to send us?
I
dollars?
ask my enemies
Where
to
you
send
want
me
them-
$1.
To the what? you
To
have
my
an-
address, 1111 Northeast 43rd Street. And guess what? I don't have an enemy in this town. Not one enemy sent me $1, so I don't have
You know,
any
you,
enemies.
you mentioned that last week, and you've been going to the mailbox and
I've been going to the
and
mailbox,
nothing.
and
Well,
not
maybe
one
this week it'll
enemy
be a little
sent
better.
me anything. No, okay. If you didn't send me something last week, I consider you not an enemy, and certainly I would like to thank you for your gifts, your cards, and everything. Because I'm telling you in front, because when I die and they take my body to Fifth Street Baptist Church, I don't want you coming up there bringing a lot of flowers and food and stuff, because I won't need it. I'll be with the angels.
Well, this is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and you are listening to the very best radio show in Oklahoma, in the entire nation. I want to remind you to call that friend, call that neighbor, invite them to be a part of this show. You know, this is the show where you can find about where you can find out about your insurance needs, where you can find out where you can go to be made more beautiful, where you can find out for a daycare center for your kids. This is the show that you need to listen to. So make sure your friend is listening too.
Okay, certainly call us at 672-1220 and say something good about the people we are honoring tonight because they are on the
A
ball.
special night tonight, Miss Black, Oklahoma City time.
Okay, hello?
Hello, Miss Luper.
Yes.
I want to wish you a happy birthday.
And who is this?
This is Miss Barnes. I live next door to your sister-in-law.
All
Oh,
right.
wonderful.
Right in the middle of the east side.
My birthday is tomorrow also.
Your birthday is tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, great. Calvin, did you hear that?
Mrs. Baum, did you want me to add your name to this list of
I would appreciate it real
well,
nice.
you better sit back, relax. If you got a seatbelt, fasten it, because I got a song that's going to rock the world.
Okay. Thank you, Calvin.
Well,
All right.
thank you so very kindly, and a happy birthday to you. And tomorrow we will be celebrating, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I haven't decided what I want to do. What do you want to do for your birthday?
For me,
Yes.
I just want to be happy with my family.
Okay. And your family better make you happy because
Oh,
they
they
sure
will.
love
I'm
you.
going
Okay.
over for dinner at my son's house.
Oh, wonderful. Who is your son?
Marshall Dixon.
Mara. All right.
Hey.
Sure. Okay.
That sounds like the barbecue pit is fired up. We don't know. All right. Well, we'll talk with you. I mean, you keep listening. Make sure the other friends and neighbors and tell your son to listen too, because I got a good one coming up.
Okay.
Well,
Thank you
thank
for
you so very
listening.
kind. If you're having a birthday, we have the birthday singer here.
No, we didn't. Hey, Mom, did we ever? Will I be able? Will the weekend singers? Will we be able to perform tonight during the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant at 7:30 at the Days Inn?
I would have to ask Mrs. Bosie Walker. You will have to go through protocol. You will have to go through Mrs. Bosie Walker, Mrs. Leola Ford, Miss Wilma Ray, Mrs. Nancy
Well,
Davis, Mrs.
You know, we would need. Well, we
and
okay. We
Burley
still
and
have
Nero
time.
would have to put the final.
We still
thing.
have time to figure that out though, because my agent is ready and the contract is ready. All I need is a little ink and a big check.
Okay, well, I'm sure that I don't know about the other people. Wait until after we hear the song. Once again, I would like to congratulate our honorees tonight. They are Mrs. Anna Slaughter, Dr. Leslie LeSure, and Mrs. Alice Strain, and the mayor of Arcadia, Oklahoma. And I'm sure all the friends from Arcadia will be here. I remember Maryland as Maryland Parks.
Parks. Yes.
Oh, what a day.
Mom, at the pageant tonight, what type of could you kind of give us insight as to the type talent that the young ladies will be performing?
That's what they are coming out there to see. We have some versatile young ladies. Okay, let me hear from
Well,
you.
we're working with it. We're gonna come up with something here, but I'm getting anxious, getting a little anxious
Yeah.
and anxious and ready to do it. Good morning. Welcome to the Clara Luper Radio Show.
Hi, I was calling to wish Miss Luper a happy birthday from the Cooksey family.
Well, that's
Well, who is this?
that's Miss Black Oklahoma City who will be
Yeah,
giving up her
it is.
crown tonight.
Oh, sounds
I
so
can hardly
sweet and
wait to
innocent.
hear your speech, and you've been such a beautiful, talented young lady. Have you enjoyed being Miss Black Oklahoma City?
Yes, ma'am, I've enjoyed it very much. I almost don't want to give up my crown.
Well, you have certainly been beautiful, and you're going to crown a new Miss Black Oklahoma City, and you will be at Days Inn to help the young ladies today, right?
Yes, ma'am, I will.
You are the sweetest thing in the world. Say happy birthday to me again, please.
Happy birthday, Miss Luper.
Well, thank you, Miss Cooksey.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Well, that's it.
Okay. Really.
It's really been fun working with her. She's really been encouraging, and just to see the growth that she's gone through in this year, I'm looking forward to Tamika Cooksey's future, because that's some talent that is still blooming.
But one thing about to Miss Black Oklahoma City, that little young lady is going places. She's tough. She is tough. You know, when you're tough and beautiful and talented, oh my gracious. And she has dignity, and the little pages try to walk just like her and act like her.
Remember during the Miss Black Oklahoma State pageant when, as we were getting closer to the final selection of the Miss Black Oklahoma, how she was able to take defeat there on that stage. with
Oh,
grace.
she's
But she's gone on.
because she
since then.
understands life. You win some and you lose some. You remember when you started walking, you failed at first, but you got up. And one of the highlights of Miss Cooks's reign has been the fact that one of the little pages said to me, Miss Luper, I want to be like Miss Black Oklahoma City. What an honor.
What an honor.
What a
Well,
privilege.
what will be some of the prizes that will be awarded to the contestants
The
tonight?
contestants tonight will have the opportunity to represent Oklahoma City with an all expense paid trip to the state pageant, which will be June the 20th through the 27th.
And then there they have an opportunity to win some
Oh
more
yeah,
stuff.
we'll talk about it. But the main thing they would prove to the world that they think they are is they think high, and I can hardly wait. And incidentally, the theme for the state pageant is egoistic dreams for the new day. Now
Egoistic. Wait, say that.
egoistic dreams for a new day. Now, see, we cannot dream like we did in the past because a lot of things have put us out of business. For example, I used to be an elevator operator, but one day I went downtown. They told me they didn't need me anymore. I used to be a digger, but they told me they got machines.
Well, Mom, we're getting close and we're getting tight.
Okay.
You know, last week we were you weren't here. You were there in Dallas, Texas, and we had taped the show. And
You didn't. They
they
didn't get
left
to hear
off
your
my birthday
song,
celebration
and you
song,
were just.
and that was fantastic. So what I'm going to do this beautiful morning is kind of get started a little early here, and I'm going to do last week's song right quick because I know this young man wants to hear this.
What young man?
This young man that we're talking about on the tape here,
Who?
it's none other than you. Well, listen, call that friend, call that neighbor, tell them to get ready because here we go with the birthday celebration song from last week, but it goes on to this week too.
But Calvin, I want to tell you
Yours
that,
is
and I want to
coming.
say to all of you out in Radio Land, don't wait until people die and talk about how great they are and how you love them and buy them flowers and give them presents. Give flowers and things while people are living. I
Right.
never shall forget. Can you imagine 1 year without hearing from Mrs. Freddie Stevens, Miss Lola Greer, and all of my friends? And I'm telling you, and I'm not playing with you. No use you coming up Fifth Street crying over Clara Luper because I won't see your tears and I'll be in heaven laughing.
All right, Phil,
You
let's
give
go
me
with
everything. Okay, now,
this one. Phil is
Calvin.
ready. Phil is ready.
Calvin, hello?
This week we'll have an opportunity to sing that special happy birthday song to you. But this birthday song goes out to a young man who has been after me all month.
Uh-oh.
Make sure that I remembered his birthday. Now, he bypassed, I told you about Big Daddy and I working together. This young man bypassed Big Daddy. He said, Calvin Luper, if you don't just give me my special flower and sing that birthday song like you never sung it before, the we can't sing. I don't care what y'all do. Y'all better remember me because my name is Emmett Nero. I'm an 89er. I've been with the 89er baseball team since day one. I see you at the state fair every year. I got 89 of blood in me, and I'm extremely proud of the Red Hawks, and I'm extremely proud of the fact that Oklahoma City has a quality station. But this is my birthday month, and I want you and everybody else out there to celebrate with me. So, Brother Nero, this goes out to you. Not only okay, let's put that there. I had to get that in there. I couldn't have repeated.
Okay.
Okay, Mom. We have a caller here. We got a
Hello?
minute here.
Hello? Hello?
Well, we had a caller. Well, now
Okay.
we're calling someone. No problem. Because
Hello?
one thing
KTLV.
Hey, good morning to you. Welcome to the best radio station in the nation.
Hello?
Well,
Yes.
Good morning, Miss Luper. This is Lily Buckman. Just calling to say happy birthday from one of your students.
Well, thank you for
And I
that
want
lovely
you to-
letter.
I want
Thank
you to have your flowers while you can smell them.
Well, honey, I need those flowers. I want all mine because I know when I die, you'll be just crying, oh, Miss Luper's gone.
Yes, but I want you to know I love you while you're alive.
Well, that's what I need.
And congratulations on the Miss Black with the Miss Black pack.
Okay, do you know any of our contestants or any of our honorees?
I know a couple of the honorees. I do know Mrs. Plain and Mrs. Slaughter and Dr. LaShire. Well, I know three of them.
Oh, well,
And
good.
they are all great ladies.
Okay, well, I'll see you tonight.
Okay.
Okay, all of you, I'll see you tonight. And once again, if you're a member of the Fifth Street Baptist Church, you get out and
we
vote.
got 5 minutes before that, but we have one more call.
Yes, and also you had a caller that called and wanted to know what the ticket prices were and
$10.
if it was for the public.
Oh, it's for the public. It's for the public.
I mean, you know,
It's for the public.
Hey, man, do we still have that call
Yeah,
on
only
there?
$10.
No, okay. Well,
Okay.
well, we're running down on time.
Okay, here's your last caller.
Here's the last
Okay.
caller coming
Hello?
in.
Hello, Miss Luper.
Yes?
How are you this morning?
Oh, I'm
And
fine
to
today.
Kelvin, good morning.
Good morning, Sterling. Enjoyed your show here on this great radio station
Well,
this
thank
morning.
you to Miss Luper, my school teacher.
You're right.
I just want to take time out. I had to stop. I was listening to you. I enjoy you every Saturday. But I wanted to stop and just wish you a happy birthday and just give you your flowers for the things that you're doing in the community, and especially with the young people. and the beautiful pageant. And I encourage everyone to go out tonight and support Miss Luper and the young people in this pageant. Miss Luper, I can remember 5 years ago when my daughter was in the pageant.
But look at her now.
I know it. She did not win the pageant, but I want you to know, talking with my daughter Monique, she told me how strong it made her. It made her walk up. It made her believe. It gave her more motivation within herself. She went on to graduate from Langston University in accounting and was recruited by J.C. Penney's accounting department in Salt Lake City, where she's the area manager.
Oh.
And she's doing wonderful. And when I talk to her, she always asks about you. And I just want you to
These
know that we
kids-
thank God for what you're doing and what you have done in her life.
Well, these kids really are sweet. For example, Sterling, when I went to John Marshall, there were some white parents that didn't want me to teach their children. And among one of them was a young man who stayed in my class. And his mother said, I don't want you in Miss Luper's class. He said, I'm going to stay. And he stayed. He called me and wished me happy birthday and wanted to fly over here and take me out to dinner. But he's going to do that on the 8th. And that young man, I'm not going to call his name, but I'll tell you about the dinner. Calvin's got to sing happy birthday.
I'm ready.
Sterling,
I
here
want
it
to
comes.
say
Miss Luper,
happy
you have a blessed day.
birthday.
Well, thank
Sterling,
you.
thanks a million, man. Keep up with the good work every Saturday morning.
All right, bye.
Johnny Jones, this is your birthday coming up tomorrow. We want to wish you a happy birthday. Mrs. Baum, your birthday is coming up tomorrow. We want to wish you a happy birthday. But a very special happy birthday to a beautiful, black, dynamic young lady that I'm fortunate enough to have as a mother. Mom, this song comes to you from the We Can't Singers. Happy birthday, dear mama. Happy birthday, dear mama. Happy birthday, mama. Happy birthday, and may you have many, many more. Happy birthday, Johnny. Happy birthday, Mrs. Baum. And may you too have many, many more.
Miss Fisher's having a
Miss Fisher,
birthday.
More.
Dr. Griffin is having a birthday.
More.
This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and once again, I would like to close by telling you to stay out of trouble. And those of you that are adults and not working with children, I feel sorry for you because you're going to be some old, lonesome people. This is Clara Luper getting old but so proud. Thank you, Oklahoma City. Thank all of you for remembering all of us on our birthdays. And we'll be talking about more people in May. And we have a Mother's Day special that's coming up just for you.
Just for you.
And until this evening, remember, 10 o'clock, it's time now to vote for the pastor of Fifth Street Baptist Church. And this is Clara Luper saying, I love you. Bye-bye.
This is AM 1220, KTLV, Midwest City, Oklahoma City.